when our caregivers don't know how to attune to us and we can't co-regulate with them, we end up shutting down. And this is a method, an activation as an F response that really works because it reduces pain. We are able to disappear from the threat and we are able to survive in that moment. And then the path gets created and we continue to walk down with it.
Yeah, it's really an intelligent adaptation that can become that well-worn path that then becomes maybe harmful as it continues on. In a real physiological sense, what that can look like is losing your voice in difficult conversations, having a lot of trouble making eye contact, feeling like you are immobilized, or maybe like repeating, I don't know, when you're having a conversation with someone. You could have a really flat affect to your voice and your facial expression, like you just look very disconnected when you're talking to someone. And then in the behavior of the relationship, maybe whenever there's a difficult conversation, you kind of shut down. You go numb, you check out of the situation. That can be difficult for a partner and to develop relationships with intimacy. You can shut down mid-conversation when you're trying to resolve something, and that impairs our ability to repair a rupture. And then with our emotional landscape too, that can lead to a lot of things that aren't great patterns for our emotional health, right? We might find that we're avoiding emotional expression, authentically being able to express ourselves, or just generally feeling numb or emotionally unavailable, even when you really want to connect. You're disconnecting from your own needs, your own boundaries, your desires. There's a real resistance to feeling vulnerable and having a certain level of connection. And that's not because you don't care. It's because your body predicts threat or danger in being seen. And so then you find yourself perhaps withdrawing or checking out, even during meaningful or intimate moments.
What's interesting about the phrase, I don't care, that's coming up for me right now is that I learned that was part of freeze. And to hide that, I would change my language and be like, I'm not sure. Or, instead of saying like, I don't care, I don't know, or I don't care, I'd be like, I'm not bothered by that because I got smart to how my language would identify one of my F response. And then to hide that I was in that response, I learned to change my language.
That's amazing. Now our brain
Yeah.
will do that because we're still trying to perform.
Yeah.
And we do really want that connection.
Yeah.
So then we're like trying to cover it up. But at a physiological level, we're losing all this prefrontal cortex activation. We don't have the ability to make decisions or to know what we're feeling, to feel our internal sensations. So we really don't know.
Yeah. And then
but we can't say something else.
And the hiding gets more, the mask gets thicker, if you will, because the withdrawal isn't about caring. It's really about what the body is saying. It's about the body saying like, this is too much.